For the first time since the 2014 season, the Broncos swept the Raiders, leaving Las Vegas with a 10-point victory.
And the Broncos have won. They go to 7-5 in a big win for Sean Payton in the first on the road against the Raiders in 9 games.
Hey Broncos Country, I'm Lori Lattimore-Volkman, and this is the Roundup, two-time Raiders Losers Roundup.
Yo, what up, Bronco fans? Champ Bailey here out in Vegas at the game. Ready to see my Broncos do what they do. Take care of these Raiders. Go Broncos.
4 games against the Raiders, and head coach Sean Payton now seems to understand the rivalry. Finally. After the 29-19 win, Sean Payton was seen sprinting across the field with some aggressive fist pumping and an excitement that you could only describe as giddy.
Even though a lot of these players weren't here, you exercised these demons like hadn't beaten the Raiders. I don't know how long, doesn't matter. And listen, the appreciation for beating the Raiders. I mean, it's a storied franchise just like we are, and that's what makes this division unique, and I'm getting to appreciate that.
It's about time, Coach. But even better was how the Broncos did it. On a day where neither the offense nor defense played its best, it still played good enough to beat a division rival. And that says a lot about the progress of this team this season.
Look, gritty, good team win. Tough. You know, it wasn't our best, but it was good enough. We won the turnover battle again. You know, we were the better team today. And we didn't always play like it, but it was good to handle these guys for a second time.
Payton pointed out that elite teams are really ready for just 13 or 14 of their games. Of the ones they're not, they still find a way to win.
I'm just talking about what I see with the mental toughness, the grit, the fortitude, how they work. This is an entirely different team from a year ago. And then that's no discredit to the last year's team, just is what it is.
Okay, obviously it is a discredit to last year's team, but the head coach is not wrong.
And, you know, a year ago, we don't win that game.
As usual, the Raiders made it tough on the Broncos, and Bo Nix and the offense found it difficult to move down the field, run the ball, or score any points. Until the second half.
But how about offensively? One guy it seems like you can always count on is Courtland Sutton. How would you just describe the chemistry and the connection you guys have developed? 2 touchdowns to him today.
Well, he's a gamer, and at halftime, I don't think he had many targets or even a catch, but I told him, I said, this is your half, and sure enough, he comes out and goes for 2 touchdowns. He should probably be the one interviewing with you right now, but no, he's a great player, a leader and a veteran in our whole locker room, really, and in games like this, he takes over, and it's great to have a security blanket like that.
With the Raiders' top corners out for injury, both Nix and Payton expected a lot of zone defense. But that is not what they got.
You know, we were expecting a little more zone, got a little bit more pressure. They blitzed, zeroed us 3 times the first drive, so we had to shift to that mindset. But we knew we went into the game expecting it. We had some calls for it, so now we just had to get to those and adjust to them. I thought we did a good job, handling the pressure, getting to more one-on-ones, and that's what we did. And Courtland got going in the second half, and we protected it up and made some big plays in the pass game, and then just different plays here and there that got chunks that got us down the field.
Even the defense struggled to stop a team that had nothing to lose, except the game, which they did, eventually.
Miller the block. Oh, Roach got him. Minshew to the air. Up and down. Sacked in the play. Awuzurike was there.
And Nix is the first to admit that the defense is what turned it around for the Broncos, as usual.
Honestly, the biggest thing was the interception got us a short field, and we were able to capitalize on it. So that was really kind of what sparked us, was the pick.
That interception came early in the third quarter when Brandon Jones picked it off and ran it all the way to the Raiders' 18, putting the Broncos offense in the red zone.
A block by Franklin Myers.
2 plays later, Nix connected with Courtland Sutton, and suddenly the Broncos were up 16-13.
Down 9, he's going deep to the end zone. Sutton caught! Touchdown! Courtland Sutton as he beats Jack Jones.
at the end of the game there, Marv had a huge punt return that put us in position to be able to go down and get points. And, it's little things like that you're not going to see it on the box score. You're not going to see it in the highlights. But it's small things like that allow us to be able to have success and be able to have wins, being able to find ways to be able to contribute wherever you can. And I think that's where this team is right now.
Payton believed another key play to this win was Mims on 3rd and 5 getting a huge first down and setting up a second touchdown from Sutton. And at 26-16, that gave the Broncos some breathing room, which they would need.
The big play I thought was Mims' 3rd down in the backfield. He was in the pistols, a quick count, and we got pressure. And he dumped it to Mims, and there was no one on him. That was a really big play in the game. I think it was 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, and that later led to Sutton's touchdown. And so it's not a game where you're going to throw for 72%. You just got to hit some big plays, and we made enough of them. And credit Vegas. They came out and had some fire about them, but they lost.
But they lost. Feels so good to say that. Regardless of the late push from the Raiders, Nick said he and the Broncos were never worried that they weren't going to win.
I never felt on the sideline like we were, down or that we were, out of it. We just, again, we were moving the ball. We just had to get field goals. So it wasn't anything that we needed to change besides, getting in the fringe, red zone area and converting. We just never lost that, edge. We never lost the faith on the sideline and always kind of, figured we were going to find a way to win, and that's just what marks a good team.
It's also what marks a good quarterback, making the 10 other players on the offense and the 42 others on the sideline confident that you can win. Not to mention those guys in silver and black on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
It's been the Crosby, Nicks, Wilson, Nicks matchups today that have been something to watch.
I bet he believes now too.
Feel good to win in Vegas, man. It feel good to win in Vegas. We got to keep this going. Big dub for the boys, you know what I'm saying? Good sweep, good AFC dub, you feel me? It's always good to get a win. Hey, Broncos country, let's get it. Man, let's keep going. Good win. Got stuff we could improve on, but hey, a win is a win. It's Broncos win. Another dub, yes sir. Hey man, got it done in Vegas, man. Sweep the Raiders this year, man. We got to keep rolling. Let's go. Dub.
Even the defense struggled to win a game. Even the defense struggled against a team. And Nix is the first to admit